Hey everyone, and okay, this is my third take on making this video because my little brother keeps on opening the door and just interrupting me, and it's just getting really stressful. So yeah, I'm gonna cut to the chase and just tell you what I'm making this video for. This video is about why AJ Styles must main event WrestleMania. Because in my opinion, he is the best man for the job and he really deserves it. So let me get started off. But before I get started off, please, my brother again. Anyway, before I get started, I know that you're going to comment saying, oh, wrestling's fake and stuff to people on Facebook. I don't really care. I mean, I know it's fake. Every wrestling fan knows it's fake. Every one of them knows, right? So if you're gonna just tell me that, please just fucking get HIV or something. Please kill yourself. Don't actually kill yourself. That's horrible. Just fuck off. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, let's get started. Here's why AJ Styles must main event WrestleMania. I'm going to explain to you why I think AJ Styles is the best. Before he came to WWE, this guy had a reputation that no one else had. Literally, out of everyone I've heard of outside of WWE, no one has had a prestige or a reputation of AJ Styles. No one. Because this guy, everywhere he's been Mr. TNA, Mr. Ring of Honor, Mr. New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's put on amazing matches everywhere he's been. If you go on YouTube, literally type up all the moves he's done in the ring. He's absolutely amazing. He's a phenomenal, no pun intended, athlete. The things he can do, like, I don't know a single wrestler who is on par with his wrestling ability and how efficient he is with it. How much he's adapted in the ring. He's incredible. I'm telling you right now. Go and watch AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe in TNA. Go and watch AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Go and watch so many of his matches. I'm telling you right now. Like, even some of the underrated matches he's had are still really, really good because AJ Styles is an 18-year veteran. And I'm quoting Michael Cole, and a ring announcer, not a ring commentator from WWE. He is an 18-year veteran. He's a 19-year veteran, and he's currently the WWE champion. And that's the thing. The reason why he's a WWE champion? Because he's proved himself to be the best everywhere he's been. And now he's proved himself to be the best in WWE, the biggest wrestling company in the world. And before he came to the WWE, he arrived in the WWE, I didn't really know who he was. I heard his name before, but that's about it, really. But when he made his debut in the Royal Rumble, people went mental for him. People, like, they hyped this guy so much, like he was the best wrestler in the world. And when he had his first match with Chris Jericho, he impressed me. He really impressed me. Like, he was about, I heard that he was like 39 years old, but how quick and athletic and acrobatic he was, like, it was really surprising. And soon, after every match he had, he proved to me that he was special. He was not only an amazing wrestler, but he was an efficient wrestler. He was an adaptive wrestler. And not only that, he was able to put good matches on with anyone and make them look good. I mean, that is a top quality worker that only happens in like once every few years in the WWE. Like, honestly, I can't really name that many wrestlers who are as good as AJ Styles, ring-wise and move-wise at the same time, and have the proficiency and the psychology that he has in the ring. It's amazing. The things he can do is literally unparalleled compared to any wrestler. And I know there's many other wrestlers like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe, they are all really good in the ring. But there's something about AJ Styles that literally makes him better than all of them. And I've seen it every time he gets into the ring. Every pay per view match he's had in 2016 has been epic. My favorite one, I'm not even sure. I really am not even sure. I loved the AJ Styles versus John Cena matches. Not only did he look epic, he made John Cena look really great in the ring as well. When he beat him at SummerSlam, I was so happy for him. I really was. I thought he was going to get buried, but he didn't. I knew that he proved himself to WWE creative that he is absolutely amazing, and he needs to be given a chance to be the top guy. And yeah, I'm just so happy for him. And all the other matches, like AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns at Payback, like the phenomenal form he did off the ropes through the table was just fucking amazing. I literally, like, nobody, nobody makes a phenomenal form, a forearm, this thing, look better than AJ Styles. No one, no one. And even if people do similar moves, nobody makes it look even as close to AJ Styles and a move. No one can do it. No one looks as cool doing a forearm to the face as AJ Styles. No one. I'm telling you right now. And then there's loads of others, like AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose. Like the stuff that AJ Styles did was crazy. Go and watch AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose at TLC. It was just, oh, the 450 splash through the table was the sickest spot that I've ever seen him ever do. The sickest stunt ever. I couldn't even help myself while just showing everyone at Bilbao, the college I go to, like what he did in the ring, because it was so amazing. Like even like I showed everyone who don't even watch wrestling like what he did, because of how amazing he was. And yeah, they couldn't help but be impressed. And so yeah, WrestleMania is going to be in 2 months now, and AJ Styles is a WWE champion, but I've heard rumors about him dropping the title to John Cena, and also rumors about John Cena and The Undertaker not actually having a match at WrestleMania after all. So if AJ Styles is not going to main event WrestleMania and John Cena isn't going to face The Undertaker at WrestleMania, then who the hell is he going to face? Seriously. I mean, I guess he could face Samoa Joe, but like, there's so much money on the table for AJ Styles. I can name it so many dream matches that could happen. It could be AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor could come back, win the Royal Rumble, jump ship to SmackDown, and face AJ Styles. That's a dream match itself, because they were both leaders of the Bullet Club in Japan. Incredibly proficient in they're incredibly amazing in the ring, and they're both my favorite wrestlers as well. And that would be an amazing main event. AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. They could possibly have the best match in WrestleMania history. I'm telling you that. Watch Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn versus Neville. And AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. 2 5-star quality matches. 2. And imagine what AJ Styles and Sami Zayn can do. Sami Zayn lives, eats, and sleep like he is wrestling. That's his gimmick. His gimmick is that he's the underdog and he's an amazing wrestler. Like he fights with everything he has. He wrestles with everything he has. That's what Sami Zayn is. AJ Styles, he is the best wrestler in the world. Put them together, they would have a godly wrestling match. And you've got AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. You could have a WWE Champion versus Universal Championship match together at WrestleMania for brand and dominance. SmackDown versus Raw. Could you imagine that? AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Their rivalry would be so heated because people like who've watched TNA and stuff, they've already seen those two go together. And despite Samoa Joe being a big guy, and but like he's pretty agile himself. He's able to keep up with AJ Styles like so unexpectedly, and it is amazing. They have amazing chemistry together, and I would love to see that in WWE. And it'll definitely elevate Samoa Joe in WWE because he's definitely going to be on the main roster soon, and he needs a really credible opponent. And also, that can lead to a face turn. That can lead the most popular wrestler, the most beloved wrestler in WWE, to turn face at WrestleMania. That would be a really great opportunity. Also, you could have AJ Styles versus John Cena again. I mean, I would love for AJ Styles to win. He doesn't necessarily have to win though, but him being at the main event of WrestleMania matters. AJ Styles versus The Undertaker. I know that The Undertaker may not be able to keep up with AJ Styles, but I do think that'll be a great match because AJ Styles is such a proficient and such an efficient worker. He is like just amazing. Like they could have AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. They had a 5-star match in Japan. They could do it again and they could blow the roof off. They could have AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega, like the guy from Japan who recently had a 6-star match together with this guy called Okada or something. And one thing that just really, really bugs me is how being a WWE fan is rare because WWE, if it ever was mainstream, it isn't mainstream anymore at all. Literally, I only know like like two proper wrestling fans, and yeah, it's hard being a wrestling fan. But the hard because like it's hard to socialize with people who um don't like wrestling if you obviously want to watch wrestling and stuff like that, and because of the stigma behind it. And but it doesn't matter because I really like it and I love watching it and I'm passionate about these great opportunities they have to make WWE like as great as it was back in the 90s and stuff. They have a good shot in doing that. But the problem is they're just not giving talented wrestlers and the best wrestlers like AJ Styles a chance to literally just hold a flag with the company and just put on these amazing performances. They'd rather just give it to guys who are just like nostalgia acts like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. I mean, look, Dwayne Johnson. Even non-wrestling fans have heard of him. Like he's not going to be in WWE. He's already had his time in WWE. Like 10 years ago, like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. He's in Hollywood and stuff. He's the most highest paid actor in Hollywood, I've heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the guy had a broken neck. He's an old man now. He's not coming back. Goldberg, like, even when he was in the WWE in the 90s, he was really slow and everything, and he couldn't last like 5 minutes without getting totally out of breath, and he only had a few moves he did in the ring. And every year you just want to shove them into the main event and deliberately hold down the development of your best stars, the best stars you've had in years. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It really is. And Vince McMahon, he just still has this stupid idea of tall guys like Roman Reigns just being in the main event because, like, apparently we're supposed to idolize that kind of wrestler as the best wrestlers. Well, you can't tell me who I'm supposed to like. It doesn't work like that. And I can give you a million reasons for why Roman Reigns isn't the guy, whether you tell us that or not. He's not the guy. He's not the best. AJ Styles is a million times better than Roman Reigns, and so many other wrestlers are better than him. I could name dozens, but I'm not going to do that now because I'm going to literally run out of space on my phone if I rant about it right now. The point is, WWE has a chance to make the company prestigious again, like really give something back to the loyal fans who subscribe to the WWE network and watch Raw and SmackDown and NXT and everything like that. and just give them something that we have been rooting for years and years. I want to see dream matches. I want to see the really hard working full time wrestlers get chances to actually be in the spotlight and represent the company because they deserve to. The fans know they should represent the company because they are the best. And who else would, other than AJ Styles, because he's been here less than a year and he's proved himself to be the best. He can put on so many dream matches. And honestly, even though he has a short career left for him because he's nearly 40 now, he deserves to main event WrestleMania more than anyone else. And he has proven that all year round in 2016. So if AJ Styles is a main event WrestleMania, it just proves how WWE spits in the face of loyal fans over and over and again, and I'm getting sick of it. I don't want to see Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. I don't want to see two muscular men who don't give a shit about the company. I don't want to see two people just don't give a shit about the company and they're just going to wrestle a 5 minute match where they just push each other around and probably tackle each other and then that's it. They walk out, they don't wrestle again for another year. Goldberg goes into retirement again and they just take their fat like $1 million paycheck and barely give back to the company that's made them so big. No, I want to see workhorses in the main event. And I don't want to see people who actually can't put on good matches. I want to see people who put on the best matches because that's why I watch wrestling, to see the wrestling. So that's why AJ Styles needs to be in the main event of WrestleMania. He deserves it. He is the best. If you don't believe me, just go and check out the stuff he's done yourself on YouTube. Go on the WWE Network if you haven't. Watch all the matches AJ Styles has had. Watch all the stuff he's done outside of WWE. He is the best. He deserves it. AJ Styles should and needs to represent this company because the future is now, just like in NXT. The future needs to be inherited by these amazing guys. These amazing guys like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and Finn Balor and Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins and Adrian Neville, all the amazing guys from NXT. They need to carry this company because they are the best. And WWE, if you don't realize that, then honestly, all these people who ridicule the company, all the people who say that, oh, wrestling's fake and stuff, why do you watch it? Well, you deserve it. And honestly, you're going to go bankrupt and just go out of business in a few years, and it's going to be your fault. And the fans aren't going to save the company because you would never listen to us. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm going to look forward to the Royal Rumble and see what happens. And I'm obviously going to be rooting for AJ Styles. And I just hope that WWE makes the right decision and puts AJ Styles in the main event of WrestleMania. Peace.